This is a short video on making 308 bullets out of scrap wheel weights. Alright, the lead's in the pot. The pot's getting hot. My setup's no different than anybody else's. I have a fan behind me pushing, and you can see the fan there out front is pulling. So I'm trying to keep as much of the fumes down as I can. It's February, and we're looking at the temperature going up to 80 degrees today. I was hoping it would be a little cooler. I'm trying to get my tin up to between 2 and 3% on this batch, so I'll get that. You can see that I'm almost ready to flux. I've already pulled quite a few clips off of them. I'm almost ready, and I'm fixing to start pouring here pretty quick. Got the sawdust over here to flux with the candles. Clip-on wheel weights are only a half to 1% tin, and they're only 2 to 3% antimony. The best way to get antimony in your lead is with super hard. Now what I'm shooting for is 2 1/4% tin. I'll get my tin up. I want my antimony at about 4%, so I've got to mix it up a little bit. Anyway, nothing special about this. I do it just like everybody else does. I want to take these bullets. I made a comment in my first video shooting 100 yards and touching holes, and you can do that with this combination. Of course, what I didn't mention was the fact that I had my rifle vise down on a shooting table. Still, if you can touch holes with a bullet, you know you're pretty accurate, and you know you're doing something right. I download probably 15%, so I may try to bring that up, but I'll keep an eye on my accuracy and also my feet per second. We'll take this batch right here all the way through to the final results. All right, this is it. 78 pounds of lead. It's ready to go. It's ready to make bullets out of. I'll tell you something that I believe: the more time you spend separating your lead from the steel and the zinc, I know it's a pain in the butt to do it, but it seems like to me the more times that I do this or sorting the lead, the better job I end up with. So these are all ready to go, and I'll make bullets out of them tomorrow. Last day of bullet molding. Looks like I'm going to end up with a little over 3,000 308 bullets. Actually, they're 312. Probably half of these will end up being 7.62 bullets. A little over 3,000 312 bullets. You can see here. The tumbler's been running round the clock now for 4 days. Let's see if you can see this. If I get it right there. Now that's pretty close. I was shooting for a 160 grain bullet. I'll take that right there. Alright, there's that Lee mold. I tell you what, that son of a gun makes a lot of bullets. It's a good one. Lee sizing dies. You know, I told you in my last video that I was big on Lee products because they do what they're supposed to do. That's a Lee pot right there. I think it's called a 420. It's just a hot plate to keep the mold hot. And that right there, I think it was $8 a couple of years ago. But you set your mold on that, and you don't have to set it over in the lead. 2 cavity mold, it's not a problem at all. It won't flip out of there. But on a 6 cavity mold, it hangs out, and that 6 cavity mold can flip over backwards and sling lead everywhere. Hot lead. So that hot plate's worth $8, and it does a really good job of keeping your mold hot, and it's a lot cleaner. Adding gas checks to your bullets. By the time I got this here and paid freight on them, are nearly 4 cents a piece for a gas check. But they'll allow you to get your feet per second up more on your bullet than you would without it. If you're watching this video, you already know how to do this, so there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just, I do it the same way everybody else does. It's just I like to make sure that I'm repeating. So I like to watch that indicator right there. Watch this on the upstroke. And if you repeat every time, you can expect your press to repeat every time. And you'll end up with a lot better job. So, alright, here's the deal. You can see the difference in those two shells right there. One of them, the one that's it's got a jacket on it, it's a boat tail. That's a Hornady 308 bullet. And of course the lead bullet is the one I just made. It's actually a 312 bullet. I had one 308 that really liked that lead bullet, and I had another 308 that didn't like it. So it basically came down to the way that rifle was chambered. So what I've decided to do, you can see these right here, they're all really good rounds, and they shot well. In one rifle they shot really well. So this is what I want to try to do. I'm gonna make some bullets out of this mold right here for a 308. You can see the diameter's 309 and it's a 230 grain bullet. So this is the Hornady bullet right here, and watch how it goes in this mold. It's hard to do it through the camera, but as you can see, that right there is That's going to work right there. So I'm going to try this, and it's a new lead mold. I hadn't smoked it or anything yet. And if this works, and I think it will, I'm going to try to get Lee to build me one down around 160 grain, designed just like this bullet, just like this mold here is designed. And I believe that that's going to be an excellent bullet. I tell you what, these right here shot really well. And like I say, in one rifle, they did real well. And they maintained their accuracy. I was a little disappointed. I didn't get my feet per second up like I wanted to. So I'm going to, on my next batch, I'm going to get them a little hotter and scoot my, bring my powder up on them. But they shot well, and they were decent as far as accuracy goes, but I'm not able, I hadn't got it refined just yet. So I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll get these bullets to where they'll touch holes. I'm gonna get started this week on this mold right here, and I'll keep you informed and let you know how this works out. And I may get Lee to build me a mold. As you can see, that rascal right there is right on the money. It's just a little heavier than this bullet. So I'll work on it. I'll keep you up on it. And the next video I do, it'll be from the range. And I'll see you then.